Right, welcome ladies and gentlemen. Russell Crowe, back with Henry Cavill. Oh yes, not playing his dad, a la Man of Steel, but apparently playing the mentor in the Highlander reboot, basically playing the Ramirez character. This was not what I expected to read today. Certainly a shock. A welcome one, actually. I really like Russell Crowe. And I like that he's sort of making his way back into more mainstream movies. I get, well, it's not really mainstream, is it, this? But you get my drift. He has been away for a little while, and yeah, he's made effectively his comeback, I guess, to a degree. Now, this actually gives me hope more for the project overall, because I was very concerned when it went from Lionsgate over to Amazon. It didn't really seem to make any sense to me. There was rumours that it was going to cost too much money. You know, Chad Stahelski's home was Lionsgate. It just seemed odd that they would leave and bring this Highlander reboot to Amazon and MGM. It didn't make sense from any perspective, quite frankly. Lionsgate needs IPs. Why would they not use this and just streamline the budget down? But, and you know, and Amazon has major issues as well. Amazon are not great. They're not exactly great, are they? They've been terrible for some time, and they seem to butcher a lot of their IP. And a lot of the stuff they just kind of squander. So, again, when I heard that they had it, I was like, this is concerning. But again, Russell Crowe seems to give me some hope here. So Deadline says, Russell Crowe is boarding Amazon MGM Studios and United Artists Highlander in the Ramirez mentor role, made famous by Sean Connery. Yes, that's right. Sean Connery's Ramirez, which is, I mean, I'm joking because obviously it's Sean Connery, you know, barely Spanish, but playing Ramirez. But yeah, Russell Crowe's basically going to be that character, which I think is great. I think that's brilliant. So John Wick architect Chad Stahelski's helming the movie for a theatrical release, which again is another reason why I'm getting a little bit more excited about it now. It was always supposed to be a theatrical release, but when something goes to a streaming platform, Amazon MGM, you're like, oh, this is concerning, but no, this is positive. So Michael Finch wrote the screenplay based on the 1980s cult classic. So for those that don't know who Michael Finch is, he wrote Predators, which I actually really like Predators, to be honest. I think it's a good movie. The November Man, Hitman, Agent 47. Not exactly a lot of stuff, right? He did do John Wick Chapter 4, though. And then as you can see through a lot of this, you know, Blood Brother, American Assassin, Interrogation, Countdown. A bunch of stuff. Some of it not great. Some of it is better than others. I think Predators is actually a really, really good thing. I like Predators, and that's a good sign to me that he'll handle this film well. There's a lot of people in Predators, and I think that they are handled actually quite well in that film. So him in the, you know, writing the screenplay for Highlander, I think it's a good thing. I think that's actually very, very positive. So for those that don't know, the original Highlander, starring Christopher Lambert, and Connery portrays the climax of an ancient battle between immortal warriors unfolding through interwoven past and present day storylines. After steadily gaining wider popularity upon its release, the film spawned several sequels, some of them are atrocious, a TV series, and an enduring fan base. Russell Mulcahy, butcher in that, directed the movie, which was produced by Peter S. Davis and William N. Panzer, and of course gave us The Kurgan, which was one of the best movie villains of all time, quite frankly. So United artist Scott Stuber, who's actually a bit of a red flag, but never mind, and Nick Nesbitt will produce alongside Neil H. Moritz, 8711 Entertainment, Stahelski's production banner, Josh Davis and Davis Panzer Productions, and Louise Rosner. UA has secured full rights to this movie, which I guess it was United Artists, and then they brought it over to Amazon. So Lionsgate developed the whole movie, which again is still weird that they then chose to leave it. Lionsgate developed the film, and then they've just they've sold it away. So very, very odd. But the idea is to develop a whole new series of movies. So 3-time Oscar nominee and Best Actor winner for Gladiator, Crowe can next be seen in Weldon Media's Nuremberg, along with Rami Malek and Michael Shannon, directed by James Vanderbilt, which is hitting theatres November 7th. And he recently wrapped the Netflix thriller... What? Uniborn? I don't even know what that is, but alright, that's a Cold War thriller. But anyway, this is good. I'm excited about this. I think this is good. I think this is pretty decent news. And lots of people like it as well, actually. Crowe is inspired casting for Ramirez. Channeling the spirit of Maximus will be great. The thing is, he's a really good actor. He's a really, really, really good actor. It resurrected Connery's career way back when. Hopefully it can do the same for Mr. Crowe. Mr. Crowe's been working behind the scenes, doing lots of stuff, actually. I think Cavill's too old for this role. He's currently the same age as Christopher Lambert was when he did his final Highlander film, a role Lambert played for 14 years. I thought Cavill could be fun as Kurgan. Why not get someone smaller to be the hero, which is what the original film did? Yeah, I actually said I'd like Cavill as the Kurgan. I think it would be inspired casting to get him to do something that we don't expect, actually. But he is going to be the Highlander. So, yeah, a bit of an odd one. Call me when they decide to use Queen for the music. I think that they did say that, actually. I'm pretty certain they did. Clancy Brown can still be the Kurgan. No, he can't. He can't still be the Kurgan. He doesn't move like he used to, unfortunately. Still a, big dude and stuff, but yeah, nah. Can anyone name an 80s remake that has worked critically or at the box office? When will Hollywood stop with all this tired retread content and give us something fresh? Yeah, they do need to. But I don't hate this. I don't hate this at all. I think this is inspired casting. I think Russell Crowe in the mentor role is very, very good. I think it's brilliant, actually. And I think he'd do a really good job at it. I think Michael Finch being the writer is a good sign. If he's channeling more of his John Wick Chapter 4 / Predators than anything else, I think that's great. So there you go. I don't have much else to say on this. I think this is very good. Very, very, very good news. And I think that I think Russell Crowe will only add to the film. So there you go. This is a sign that things are moving ahead now. And actually at a relatively quick pace, just as an FYI, because we hadn't heard anything for a while. It then got over at Amazon MGA. And now we're hearing more casting. This is going to move ahead quite quickly. We're going to see a lot of ramping up. I know that they've already scheduled a filming slate, but this is still very good. So, yeah, leave your thoughts down below. Bye-bye now.